this is Mary Joyce D. Sinadhan from BSTM 1C Night, and tonight we're going to be talking about what is consumer buyer behavior, what are the factors that influence consumer buyer behavior, and what are the four types of buyers. So what is consumer buyer behavior? Consumer buying behavior refers to the actions taken both on and offline by consumers before buying a product or service. This process may include consulting search engines, engaging with social media posts, or a variety of other actions. It is valuable for businesses to understand this process because it helps businesses better tailor their marketing initiatives to the marketing efforts that have successfully influenced consumers to buy in the past. We have all experienced the moment when we walk into a store and see something that we just have to have. Retailers spend billions of dollars every year trying to generate that feeling in their customers. Web campaigns, video and print ads, social media campaigns, and branding seem to converge as the consumer finally feels a connection to a product and makes a purchase. So, what drives that behavior? And how do you capture that and then replicate that lightning in a bottle moment when a potential customer turns into a buyer? What are the major factors that influence consumer buyer behavior? The following are the factors influencing consumer buying behavior. First, cultural factors. Culture is not always defined by a person's nationality. It can also be defined by their associations, their religious beliefs, or even their location. Second, social factors. Elements in a person's environment that impact the way they see products. Third, personal factors. This may include someone's age, marital status, budget, personal beliefs, values, and morals. Fourth, psychological factors. A person's state of mind when they are approached with a product will often determine how they feel not only about the item itself but the brand as a whole. What are the four types of buyers? First, the analytical buyer. Motivated by logic and information, this buyer will look at all the data on competing brands and products before making an informed decision. Second, the amiable buyer. Warm and friendly, this buyer just wants everyone to be happy. That is why they are often paralyzed by big decisions when there is the perception of a win or lose outcome. Third, the driver buyer. Drivers are most concerned with how others view them and whether they follow. The trendsetters, drivers are most concerned with their appearance rather than the relationships that are formed during a transaction. And fourth is the expressive buyer. Relationships are key to the expressive buyer. They cannot stand feeling isolated or ignored during a transaction. Instead, they want to feel like your most important asset. It's hard to distill something as complex as consumer buying behavior into a four neat and tidy categories, but most people will find they are a combination of these types of consumer buying behavior. What is consumer market? Consumer market refers to the market where people purchase products or services for consumption and are not meant for further sale. This market is dominated by the products which consumers use in their daily life. Each time a consumer purchases a commodity for his own usage, he or she is participating in a consumer market. Consumer market is applicable to both products and services. The consumer has high decision power as the product or service which is being purchased is for self-use. Consumer market are traditionally assumed to be offline, but with advent of e-commerce, consumer markets can even be online. Primarily, there are four types of consumer markets. First, food and beverages. Second, retail. Third, consumer products. And fourth, transportation. In consumer market, purchasers make their own decisions to purchase the products, and these products can be used for personal use or can be shared with others. Marketing plays a role of paramount importance in consumer markets by influencing customers' preferences and purchasing decisions and educating them on the options available in the market. Brand loyalty of consumer plays a significant role in consumer markets. Consumer markets are different from business markets in the sense that in business markets, products are sold to different businesses and intermediaries to further sale. Importance of consumer markets. Consumer markets are very important in the marketing ecosystem as it is the place where maximum buying by a customer is done. Marketing in consumer markets depends a lot on type of consumers. The type of consumer is segmented by their characteristics. The characteristics may be demographic, psychographic, behavioristic, or geographic in nature. Demographic characteristics consider differences and similarities in age, gender, occupation, income, and education. Companies identify these characteristics through market surveys. Psychographic characteristics considers values, opinions, interests, and attitudes. Companies understand these characteristics of consumers by conducting focus group discussions and use this information for the betterment of their marketing campaigns. Behavioristic characteristics of consumers include brand loyalty, consumer status, and this information can be collected through market research. Geographic characteristics include region, market size, and market density. For example, a company selling raincoats will be more active in tropical areas and less active in dry regions. Consumer market example. If you are purchasing grocery from a retail store in your area, you are participating in a consumer market. In this market, the buyer is the end consumer who is buying the products for his or her own consumption and not for further selling, unlike a wholesale market where buying can be done for further selling. Characteristics of a consumer. Consumers drive the economic activity of a country, and companies develop a wide selection of products and services to satisfy specific consumers' needs. Marketers conduct research and market analysis by individualizing consumers' profiles. They analyze the various market segments, including demographic and psychographic profiles, intending to personalize marketing material. Additionally, they increasingly focus on mass customization and permission marketing. Brands formulate powerful marketing strategies that capture the target audience's imagination by focusing on consumer behaviors, motivations, attitudes, and needs. In return, consumers gain access to relevant and reliable product or service information, making it easier to satisfy specific needs. That's it for consumer markets and consumer buying behavior. Thank you.